Hey guys, welcome back to the EA Sports FC 25 Chesterfield Career Mode. January 1st is here, which means there's only one thing. The January transfer window is officially open and we have 7 games to cover. In terms of how we want to strengthen the team, it is going to be a good one because we all know we have about £6 million to spend, and we are at the top of the league table of 20 points right now. 20 points clear at the top of the league table. So in terms of strengthening, we don't really need to do that, but instead we gotta make sure the current squad is healthy for the rest of the season. So we might need to add a few more depth into the team just to make sure that we are not going to get ourselves short coming to the next window. So as you can see, the last batch of the Youth Academy reports are pretty much expired. So I've sent the scouts to new nations. I've sent them to Scotland, Ireland, and also one of the local one as well, England. I was thinking about sending them to Asia, but I feel like for this career mode, we might be able to slowly expand ourselves to Africa, to South America, North America, Oceanic, or Asia. Probably in the next episode or in the next batch, not next batch, but next round report, we can start doing that just to get a little bit more of a variation into the squad. I think right now, I feel like the majority of the players that are being promoted at the moment are Swedish. So I think in terms of having Swedish players, I think that is pretty much our quota at the moment. We have a Belgian goalkeeper, and that's it. And I think that's pretty much it. I don't think we have any other nations of the club as well. Maybe a few Dutch player at the moment. But again, we're just trying to diversify the squad as much as possible before coming to an end of this career mode. So going to this game here, our objective for this episode is to win as many games as possible. Again, going into this game, we just got to make sure we do the right thing. Rotate a lot and making sure players are healthy for the longest of time. We got Barnsley for the first game here, 3-1 already. Game is pretty much done and dusted. Van Dijk, I believe, so that's his name. Getting called up recently, 63 rated. I thought he is going to have a good tag on him. Unfortunately, there's no tags on him whatsoever. So unfortunately, I do see him as an asset despite scoring his first goal on his debut. So good for him. But I'm looking at the future here. If he doesn't have a tag on him, maybe I'll just kind of give him up and sell him for a profit. But I'm not necessarily willing to let him go on a permanent basis yet. Maybe a loan plus a buy option. But I feel like in this, FC25, the majority of the time where the opposition will take a buy option and they will trigger it for the majority of the time here. So we might possibly do that for Van Dijk. For this one. So we got Norwich City for round 3, I believe, so of the FA Cup, which means a lot of teams in the upper division are looking to play against them. Again, we have Arsenal, Newcastle United, City, Liverpool. So they're all in there. So we gotta make sure this season we gotta make sure that we face the easiest opponents that we can. But Norwich City is a pretty tough opponent, not gonna lie. 2-2 already in the first half. In the second half, right here, it's hard to beat a team that is one level above you. We certainly have done it before in the past. But we just got to make sure that, just play our game. I think we're good enough to be in championship at the moment based on the record. And we're beating Norwich City 3-2. And we have advanced to round of 32. And we are just one round away from reaching to round 16. That, I believe, is the objective of the season. And right here, as I mentioned, Bodo Glimt would like to take in Van Dijk for a short loan, initial loan with an option to buy for 1.1 million. So I've accepted that, which means Van Dijk is very likely going out the door. I never seen one of those deals being collapsed in the past. And right for the third game here, we got Alexandra Crew, I believe. So in 3 minutes in, we're off to a fantastic start. Buckus scoring a very good goal to make it 1-0. And the follow-up corner, here comes Jake Young with a great header, hitting the bar, underneath the bar actually. Goalkeepers certainly have no chance. In 22 minutes in, we have scored our second goal. And later on, Alexander Crew down on the left flank here, looking for a pass by Sant. And that's a great finish to the top right corner to make it 2-1. They are making the game a little bit more interesting here to tighten up the game a little bit. But again, with our team, there's no doubt of our ability of playing football in general. So, I mean, despite having a goal down, not having a goal down, but despite the other team score a goal, I'm sure we're able to find, a comeback or whatever you call it. But again, it's still a very tight game. Crew, again, with another goal to make it 3-2. But we need to find that final dagger to make sure that we are going to secure a win here. And Van Dijk, what happened to this guy? 2 games and 2 goals for him. Maybe I made a mistake for letting him go. But I just know letting him go could be, I think, in the end, it's a good decision, not going to lie. And Johan Jakobsen has also joined a West Brom for a loan deal. So this is going to be interesting because he has potential to be special. And I'm excited to see how he's going to be developed once he comes back. Because if he does come back, and we will pretty much have the 2 hottest youngster in the team, Magnussen and also Jakobsen, going for that, starting role. It's hard to retain both of them, so that's why I put Johansson to try to convert him into a center midfielder if I can. But I know 6'6", it's so hard to find a player that tall, that strong, and that agile as well to be the central midfielder. But again, if I try to convert him into a center back, it's a little bit tough. It takes a longer time for some reason. But to be honest, based on that physical attribute, he certainly fits best in terms of center back here. So 3-0 already against Northampton to make it 3-0. And I thought we are going to get away with a clean sheet here. Bar coming out for a save, but unfortunately the ricochet or the rebound back to Eves as well to make it 3-1. No clean sheet, but another win in the bag. And for the 5th game of today's episode, we got Cambridge United away. I remember I did a Cambridge United back in FIFA 16 a long time ago, or maybe FIFA 18, something like that. And I certainly don't remember any of that, but I remember I had a good time at least. So 3 minutes in, we're off to a good start. 1-0 already. 9 minutes in, we are just kind of establishing ourselves at the highest level. And great finish there by Buckes. He doesn't get a lot of game time compared to last season after signing for the club, but every time when he comes on, he just kind of play along, making sure he does score a lot of goals for us. And here comes Cambridge United for the second half here. Ashford, he's in on goal. Oh, right there. Should have been yellow card. Could have been a penalty, to be honest, if it wasn't scored. Or plus it's a red card, very likely. But 2-1 is the final score. In terms of number of goals we scored in that game, finally tune it out a little bit. Which is something I like. I feel like we score way too many goals right now. And we are definitely on track of scoring more than 100 goals, if not probably 120, 130 goals if we just keep on scoring at this rate. For the 6th game here, we got Wigan Athletic away, and they're off to a good start. 20 minutes in scoring the first goal. You don't see that very often where we were down by 1 goal very early on and couldn't find a goal in the first half. But in the second half here, Archibald makes a good run in behind the defense and score an absolute good finisher right there to make it 1-1. 63 minutes in, we are determined to get one back. Balde finding Molyneux, great finish as well. Goalkeeper certainly wrong-footed in that sense, because I'm sure if it was a better goalkeeper, it would have been saved right there. But 2-1, header coming off, and here comes Noyle out of nowhere. He has been in this position multiple times in the past. Corner coming out, he is the far receiving end of the player, providing great assist to Balde. Good physical attribution as well to make it 3-1. That is certainly it, right? Like 3-1's the final score against Wigan Athletic. Good game overall, 3-1, 1 goal down. Put 3 past the opposition player. I believe this is the last game here. Again, Huddersfield Town, they made a mistake finding Balde to Onamar on the right side. Put in a good shot. Good step by the goalkeeper on the rebound. Nobody is answering to that. Nayoni finding Balde to make a 1-0 36 minutes in. And 72 minutes in, here comes Kolar with a counter-attack. A turnover by Huddersfield Town. And here comes Archibald making a very good inside run, good finish, slots that one to bottom right corner to make it 2-0. 74 minutes in, it looks like game has pretty much ended after that. And in terms of the scoreline, absolutely perfect. Not too little, not too much and not too little as well. But there you go. Look at the point system. Point tally. 24 points clear at the top of the league table with the game in hand. We only lost one game here. I feel like we are able to clinch the title very soon, but it's just a matter of time now. Maybe season 2 could cut short in the end, but we will see. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like this video, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys in a bit.